Okay, so we're going to factor by grouping this trinomial, and factor by grouping is a nice way to factor when the leading coefficient is not 1. So to do this, the first step is we multiply the first and last numbers, if you will. 3 times negative 12, and that gives us negative 36. Now we got to figure out, our second step is, what two numbers multiplied give us negative 36, but they add to positive 16. Well, those numbers are 18 and negative 2 multiply to negative 36, but add to 16. So now we use these numbers to rewrite the middle term. So we have 3x squared. Let's write 16 as 18x minus 2x, that is the same as 16x minus 12. Now I realize at this point we could have written it as minus 2x plus 18. We'll do that later. You're going to get the same result, it doesn't matter. So now we think of this as plus a negative to help us with our grouping. So we group the first two and group the last two. And then we factor each group. Here we factor out a 3x, and we get x plus 6. Here we can factor out a negative 2, and again we're left with x plus 6. Now when we factor out x plus 6, we are literally taking it out. So when we take out the x plus 6, we can see what we're left with is 3x minus 2. Okay, so now let's say instead of writing it as 3x squared plus 18 minus 2, we had minus 2x plus 18x minus 12. Same thing, that still adds up to 16. We group the first and last two terms. Here we can factor out an x. We get 3x minus 2. Here we can factor out a 6. And we get 3x minus 2. Just like the other example here, we factor out 3x minus 2. And when I factor that out, it's gone. And that we can clearly see we're left with x plus 6. The only difference is the order in which they're written, but that doesn't matter because of the commutative property of multiplication. A times b is the same as b times a.